The risk is there. 20 years ago, homes were constructed with heavy lumber and connected with hardened fasteners. The interiors were outfitted with goods that were composed of organic materials that were denser and required more energy to decompose. The homes that we live in today, they're built with lightweight and engineered wood, and they are assembled with fasteners that will fail in a short period of time. The structures are sealed tightly for energy efficiency. They're designed with wide open spaces that are filled with goods and furnishings that are composed of lightweight synthetic materials, such as cellulose, acrylic fibers, polystyrene, and polyvinyl chloride. These materials rapidly decompose to a gaseous state minutes after being exposed to high heat temperatures. When a fire is ignited in a modern home environment, that room rapidly fills with smoke and gas vapors. The smoke, composed of fine particles of the burning material, will fill the room and obscure the vision of those working to escape the house. The vapors and gases enter the airway and lungs, obstructing the delivery of oxygen to the cells in the body, causing the victims to suffocate and fall helplessly to the floor. According to a survey by the National Safety Council in June of 2019, 77% of the respondents consider their homes to be safe havens. This couldn't be further from the truth. The odds of a person in the U.S. dying from a preventable accident is 1 in 24. Fires rank 6th on the list of preventable accidents. According to the NFPA, there were 363,000 house fires in 2018. Annually, there are close to 3,000 people die as a result of fire. The odds of that person being you? 1 in 1,474. Fires in the U.S. have declined by 51% since 1980, but the progress has been stagnant for the past decade. It appears that Americans have become comfortable and complacent with fires in the U.S. The simple solutions are often overlooked in fire safety and prevention. Giving careful attention to the use of heat-generating appliances is a great step. The most common cause of house fires results from cooking equipment. These fires are generally small and extinguished without the assistance of the local fire department. Smoking is cited as the ignition source that is most commonly responsible for the loss of life in fire. Recent data indicates that 93% of the homes in the U.S. are equipped with at least one smoke detector. Yet 63% of the deaths occurred in a home that were not equipped with or had smoke detectors that were not working. Smoke detectors are the first line of defense against death or injury from fire. While the majority of fires occur during the typical dinner hours of 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., about half of the fire fatalities occur between the hours of 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. Smoke alarms significantly increase your chance of waking and escaping a fire during these hours. Homes should be equipped with adequate fire alarms based on square footage and as necessary to alert the occupants. At a minimum, alarms should be installed at every level of the home, outside each sleeping area and inside all sleeping rooms. The alarm should be interconnected so when one sounds, all sound. Alarms should be tested monthly to ensure normal operation. Fresh batteries should be installed twice a year as recommended by the manufacturer. Every 10 years, alarms should be replaced whether working or not. You should consider equipping your home with a fire sprinkler system. Fire sprinkler systems have been crucial in suppressing fires, allowing occupants to escape to safety. There are a few fallacies that should be addressed when considering home fire sprinkler systems. Fire sprinklers are activated by heat and only release water to suppress the fire in the location it was activated. It does not activate all sprinklers in the house. A fire sprinkler system installed in a new home is rather inexpensive, with an average cost of $1.38 per floor foot of a house. A small investment may pay significant dividends in preserving life for you or your loved one should fire occur. Changing a few behaviors and modifying some habits are an important consideration in fire safety. Oftentimes, the victims that die as a result of fire are found in the progress of escaping from the structure. It is always important that each person identify and understand the challenges in exiting a building. 2 or more exits should be identified upon entering a room. Studies have shown that the majority of occupants exiting a building tend to look to others exiting and mimic their actions. It is important for each individual to have an escape plan and to regularly practice the plan. This will allow the occupant to escape with confidence in a situation that presents with low visibility such as darkness or smoke. Occupants should be taught to crawl low under smoke and to move quickly through the primary or quickest exit leading outside the structure. Recent fires have identified the importance of compartmentalizing fires. Closing the door to bedrooms at night while sleeping can be the difference between life or death in a fire. A closed door has been shown in fires and fire experiments to limit the temperature and influx of toxic superheated vapors and gases that often result in the incapacitation and subsequent death of a victim. Small behavioral changes result in significant advantages should you ever find yourself faced with the dangers of fire.